Hey there, and welcome to another episode of The Seed. I'm Lisa Resnick, your host, cheerleader, and fellow juggler of all the things. Today, I want to talk about something that hits close to home for all of us. That constant push and pull between growing our businesses, keeping our families running, and still finding moments to breathe. Or, let's be honest, escape with a little Real Housewives or a dark romance novel. Because sometimes chaos feels like the default, doesn't it? Well, here's the good news. It doesn't have to stay that way. Today, we're talking about actionable ways to create clarity and flow in the midst of all the hustle. And stick around because I'm also sharing a free resource that could be a game changer for your new year planning. So let's dive in. Welcome to The Seed, cultivating growth and empowering women in business, brought to you by Dandelion-Inc. I'm your host, Lisa Resnick, and this podcast is all about connecting, developing, and supporting women in business. Join me as we explore tips and insights on leadership, business development, and social media strategies that can help you thrive. We'll also hear from amazing guests who share their stories and experiences, offering inspiration and practical advice for your entrepreneurial journey. So tune in, download, like, and subscribe. And remember, if you love what you hear, share it with others. Together, let's cultivate growth and empower women in business. Let me start with a little story. The other day, I found myself sitting in the car during my son's practice, laptop on my lap, trying to write an email while eating a granola bar and spilling crumbs everywhere. My husband can kill me. Meanwhile, I was mentally debating whether I had time to watch one episode of The Housewives that night or if I'd collapse into bed the second the kids were asleep. Sounds chaotic, right? Like I do not have my life in order or completely overextended myself yet again. Here's the thing. Chaos is normal, but it doesn't have to control us. I actually planned that moment and many moments like that. Doesn't make me feel overwhelmed at all. Actually, it makes me feel like I'm preventing being overwhelmed. And that's because I planned that moment. It's about taking small, intentional steps to create moments of clarity. And I promise you, those moments add up to big shifts. But before we dive into these tips, let's address the elephant in the room when it comes to chaos: escapism. Whether it's binge watching The Housewives or getting lost in a good dark romance novel, we've all got our thing. And you know what? That's okay. Those moments are not wasted. They're fuel. They're how we recharge and find a little joy in the chaos. So, with that in mind, here's your first actionable tip: schedule your guilty pleasures. Yes, schedule them. Give yourself 30 minutes to indulge and treat it like a reward for getting through the day. You'll enjoy it guilt-free, and it will motivate you to keep tackling your to-do list because you are getting a reward for all your hard work throughout the day, throughout the days, or even a week, depending on what you need to tackle. Now we're going to get into a little bit more actionable tips to create more clarity in your day. I know I've mentioned them many times before, but I'm going to do it again because every time I speak about them, I talk about them a little bit differently. First, it's time blocking. Map out your week. Write down your non-negotiables like kids' practices, work meetings, or doctor's appointments. Then block out focused work time and breaks. So here's a little pro tip. I love color coding to make it visually appealing and easier to stick to. It's true, it does have an impact on you. Two, the 2 minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. It's a small habit that keeps clutter, both physically and mentally, from piling up. Three, automate and delegate. Free up your mental load by automating one task this week, just one. It could be setting up a recurring grocery order or scheduling app for social media posts. Start small and then build from there. For real, there are so many things that you can automate and delegate out that you're not having to worry about them anymore. And you don't need a virtual assistant to do this. The last, plan tomorrow today. Before bed, jot down the top 3 things you'll need to tackle tomorrow. This minimizes decision fatigue and sets the tone for a more productive day. Now, I understand with the holidays, the intense feeling of chaos sets in. Luckily for me, this time is my time for solace. I use this season to lay the groundwork for the new year. Here's one more tip. Break your big 2025 goals into smaller, manageable steps. Week 1, write down your top business idea, just your top business idea. Week 2, research the competitors and collaborators. Week 3, create a simple action plan to launch in January. Remember, small steps lead to big wins. You don't have to do it all at once. Finally, let's talk about something I created just for you. My 10-minute time tip help. This is something I usually offer at a cost, but in the spirit of giving, I'm sharing it for free because I know how valuable it is. And I really want to give you a great start to the new year. Honestly, it's worth so much more than I was even offering it for. But I want you to have the kickstart you need for your New Year's planning. This quick and powerful tool will help you organize your time, reduce the chaos, and create clarity. So if you're feeling scattered or overwhelmed, like many of us do, this is your first step to getting back on track. You can grab it for free right now. Just check out the link in the show notes or head straight to my website and go to www.dandelion-inc.com/, just 10 minutes. And here's the thing. If you find that this 10-minute tip is helpful, I've got something even bigger planned. I'm hosting a live webinar where I'll dive deeper into strategies for time mastery and show you even more ways to create flow and focus in your life. And if you show up live, you'll get some good extras that only I'll be offering to the attendees. So do not miss out on that. I'm also going to tell you this. All your ideas, all your dreams, they are beautiful. I want to explain them both to you. An idea is a thought, a concept, or mental image that forms in your mind, often as a solution to a problem, a spark for creativity, or a seed of curiosity. It's the starting point of something new, a flash of potential waiting to be explored. A dream, on the other hand, is a vision or aspiration, often deeply personal and tied to our emotions. Dreams are fueled by our desires and the bigger picture we hope to create for ourselves or the world. They are the canvas on which we imagine what could be, filled with passion and purpose. How are they the same? Both ideas and dreams begin as intangible sparks within us. They are born in the mind, nurtured by imagination, and hold the power to inspire action. Each has the potential to create change, build momentum, and grow into something real. At their core, they are both the seeds of possibility, waiting for us to cultivate them into reality. But sometimes they are fleeting. But the ones you know will come true, those are the ones that create a ripple effect. They're not the kind of ideas that just drop into the water and sink with a quiet kerplunk. No, these are the ones that spur on thing after thing, action after action, building momentum in a way that's as mesmerizing as watching ripples spread across the surface of a lake. If you're ever tossed a stone in water, you know what I mean. If you've ever done this. We don't throw rocks just to watch them disappear to the bottom. We do it to see those breathtaking ripples, that perfect echo of a moment that radiates outward. So the next time you have an idea that stirs up all the stuff that comes with it, all the challenges, all the steps, all the growth, I want you to pause. Look at that ripple effect and feel it deep in your heart and gut as a sign of how much more likely your dream, your idea is going to come to life. So I leave you with that. And before we wrap up, let me remind you to grab your free 10-minute time tip help and start using it today. Trust me, it is a game changer. I wouldn't have created it if it wasn't. And don't forget to sign up for the live webinar where I'll share even more insights and strategies. It's the perfect way to start your new year with clarity and focus. And because I know we all love a little fun, here's your bonus book recommendation, The Sweet Spot by Amy Poppel. It's one of those novels that you won't be able to put down. And hey, maybe you'll even find a business idea in there. I know I did. You'll never know where inspiration will strike. Thank you for tuning in. And if you found this helpful, share it with a friend who could use a little clarity in their chaos. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep planning, and keep moving forward. Because I know you've got this. Thank you, everyone, for listening in to The Seed. If you'd like to receive our weekly newsletter, go to Dandelion-Inc.com and click Let's Connect. And please be sure to subscribe to The Seeds podcast to hear more inspiring stories from other badass women that are all around us. Remember, behind every woman is a tribe of other successful women who have their back. To you all, thank you.